Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. And today, I want to work on taming up some Megalodons. I want to go ahead and get some because I need to start going ahead and doing some of the missions here in the ocean biome. And the vast majority of them are going to require me to have at least some form of aquatic mount. So, oh, well, that's a little bit awkward. But yeah, so I want to start out by going ahead and taming up a couple of them, maybe a pair or a little bit more just to get some decent stats. Okay, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. But once I have those, I then want to go ahead and breed them together and get myself a bit of a pack that we can take out. And I don't know, maybe we can go ahead and try a gamma hunt mission just to see if we can handle it, or I'll figure something out. But I do want to go ahead and check the waters around here. And yeah, as you can see, I've gone ahead and gotten some significant upgrades to my loot since the last episode. I've been taming a bunch of extra parrots with all of the treasure bottles I keep finding, and yeah, they've had some really good loot in them. So, 95. It's not great. Let's go ahead and just do this. Alright. Also, I did end up learning that... Oh, we got 1 for 5 there. That'll work. But the parrot does not track high levels. It just tracks creatures that it deems apex. I don't know exactly what classifies an apex creature, but yeah, so I was a little bit wrong about that in the last one. But yeah, hopefully we can go ahead and manage to tame some of these guys up pretty easily. I'm just going to head back, and we're going to grab my tide pup, my large one, just so we can go ahead and get down there a little bit easier. And I should probably switch over to trank arrows over here. I'll try to bring them up to the surface so I can use my long neck, because it is significantly better, but if we have to, we can knock them out just here underwater. So we got ourselves... There we go. Whoops. Not good enough, I guess. Was that the right one? Jeez Louise, the damage that they do is just insane. I'm hoping this is the right one. Oh, we got an alpha as well. That's not good. Alright, let's see. What level are you? 95. Honestly, it looks like we're going to be able to tame up just all the ones that I'm going to want just off this, just off of the island here where I live, so that should make things a little bit easier. I decided to not go for a trap method, but, starting to think that that may have been a bad idea. Yeah, I don't really have a good way of knocking them down super easily. Hold up, what do we have here? Oh, 140, perfect. I've noticed that for whatever reason, a bunch of them like to just kind of sit below where my sleep is parked and just kind of bite at it, so I don't really know why they do that, but I guess it just makes it easy to tame them, so we'll just go ahead and use this guy. It's free taming, I guess. Can we scan it? There we go. Alright, hopefully it shouldn't take too much to drop it. Looks like it's mostly a weight meg, not something I'm really looking for, but I don't know. You never know. I guess it could be kind of useful. Let's see, does that do it? No, I think it's still up. Let's see, can I scan it? No, I'm gonna have to go underwater for that. Is that the same one? No, that's 95. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard to kill it. Not that one. Where is it? Where'd the good one go? Did I actually manage to knock it out, or... 55, 95, 25. Where'd the 140 go? Oh, there it is. And that should do it. Right? Yep, there we go. Alright, 1 meg down. That was a female, so I'd like to get a male. I want to get at least a, pair I can breed together, but if I can get more, that'd be great. Megs are a potential mutation project. I'm not really sure what aquatic creature I want to mutate for the sake of fighting motor. I guess it will probably depend on what good saddles I get. I've gotten a good Tide Pup saddle, but Tide Pups are definitely not something that I feel comfortable using as a army creature for the sake of taking out motor. At the very least, I do not want to have to go ahead and evolve 19 of them, or I guess it'd be 20, because I'll probably be riding on the back of my Tide Pup. That alpha is going to be a big problem if I can't go ahead and get these guys to get away from it. Then it's going to make knocking them out so much harder. Are these normal pharaoh mantas? Okay, they're normal mantas. I'll just take them out really quickly. There we go. Alright. And you are level 90, so you need to go bye-bye. What about you? Come on. Scan it, 95. Yeah, it's just gonna be really difficult to get rid of all of them. There's just so many. I feel like they just spawn every second that I'm not killing them. They just spawn back, and it looks like we have a pack of Ziffies down there. That would be nice. I'd love to do Ziffies, but Ziffies are apparently really hard to knock out. Looked into it. Apparently they have a lot more torpor than Megs do, and not to mention they're just kind of more dangerous because they can grab your mount, and that's a 140 alpha Meg. Honestly, I'm wondering if maybe we should just not tame this one. Or I guess we just tame the one we have knocked out right here, though honestly now I'm thinking about picking it up, it's gonna be another nightmare, so there's a good chance it'll actually die. Here, let me just look around a little bit and see if I can find a way to separate the good ones. Alright, I think I've managed to get this 145 female separated from everything else, and for whatever reason, I feel like they are actually more resistant to tranks than they should be. I feel like earlier on I kind of proved that they don't take the reduced damage, but I feel like they're starting to take it now, so I'm wondering if that was a bug that they patched. It looks like I accidentally shot my Tide Pup. Hopefully we can knock this thing out pretty easily. I also feel like its damage is just utterly insane. I mean, how much? Only 27, that's not very high, and unfortunately it looks like this one's a stamina meg, which isn't going to be very helpful. So yeah, I don't really know why the damage and stuff is so high, especially because the alpha isn't here anymore, so it shouldn't have alpha boost activated. Hopefully I can go to sleep here pretty soon. I'm gonna get another good headshot here, I think. Feel around, try to bite me again. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There we go. Good shot. Another one. I wonder if it's because I'm on the back of, Hold on, let's try that. Yep, I missed, don't. Just ignore that. Okay, yeah, so it's taking reduced damage because I'm on the back of my Tide Pup. I wonder if that works for Bloodstalkers. Does that take it out? Oh, I think it might have already actually been asleep when I did that. That's my bad. Yeah, that's not good. Unfortunately, that is only 2 females. We do still need a male. And I honestly don't know how I'm going to feed these guys. Just to make sure. Yeah, that was a female, and one up there should also be a female. Yeah, so we're going to need to find a male. The only problem is I don't really know where... I don't know where a male is. I don't remember seeing any out there. There might be one. Yeah, and the other problem is that they're all kind of just out there, and I have no idea where they actually are. But yeah, I might honestly go to another island to see if I can find them. Let me see if my parrot can actually find them. Yeah, there we go. Might be this one? Oh yeah, there we go. 140 male. And it just picked up an alpha meg. That's not good. It actually picked up a few alpha megs. I might be in trouble here, but I'm gonna go for it just to see what happens. There he is. Not sure if any of these are actually going to hit, but there we go. Alright. So hopefully we can knock this guy out just by doing this. It's going to take quite a few shots to actually down it, though. Should have grabbed some flippers, and unfortunately we have so many ichthyosaurs in the way, it's getting a little bit difficult. How close are we? Not close enough. Come on. Fortunately, I got some good armor, so I should be able to tank a couple bites if I have to. Come on. Inching closer. The second I can get up there, I need to go ahead and just pull out my long neck and get a nice good shot with the dart. Here we go. Alright, let's see. Right there. I think that's the right one? That missed. Yeah, I feel like that missed. Is it turning around? It's diving straight down. There, won the head. Come on, buddy. Looks like stats, mostly damage, but pretty bad. Come on, buddy. You're almost there. Fine, once you're asleep, you can have fun, delicious snacks. Alright, well, there we go. That's 3 megs all around the shipyard. I'm gonna somehow need to figure out how to have these things not die. And I need to figure out what I want to feed them. Part of me, just because it's an excuse, wants to head over to the Arctic biome. Almost said ocean, we're already there. But part of me wants to head over to the Arctic biome just to go ahead and see if we can find a sheep to get us some mutton. And, I mean, it'll be nice because we'll also starve these guys in the process. But at the same time, I feel like if I do that, I'm going to end up going out of render. But, you know what? It makes things a little bit more interesting, so let's do it. Yeah, let me just toss out... Oh, lag? Are we okay? There we go. Alright. Let's toss out Bloodstalker. Pick up Tide Pup. Took a little bit too much damage there, buddy. I'll keep the biotoxin, I guess. And the fish meat can't hurt. I'll just give that to the Bloodstalker. By the way, this is an imprinted Bloodstalker. I finally went ahead and bred myself up some. I got a male to pair with the female we had earlier, so yeah, no good stats yet. I'll have to keep looking around for that, but definitely going to be nice to go ahead and use these guys. I can't remember the Arctic biome at all. Let's just go west, I guess. Hopefully this works. I'm actually going to go ahead and quickly, where is it? Grab my bear. Just in case I spawn on anything particularly dangerous, we just head over there, and hopefully it's not going to pick up my boat. Is it going to pick up, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Nope, too late. Oh yeah, no, I think it's going to teleport everyone.
Makes me a bit dizzy.
Weak leg spike. Are we okay? I see my Bloodstalker. I see my Dire Bear.
Survivor?
Looks like that's it for now. Okay. Alright, well here we are, Arctic biome, and 30 degrees immediately. Alright, that's really cold. Keep myself safe. Let's go ahead and put on the camping gear so we get the insulation. And let's see if we can't find ourselves a sheep. I can't remember how common they are, but I'm pretty sure that the Arctic biome is where they spawn. So, at the very least, I do want to be over here because, yeah, I want to be looking for mammoths. Oh. Well, that was fast. I mean, I guess I could just take it and leave, but I kind of want to just keep it here for a little bit so I can go ahead and explore the area a little bit more. I'll do that for now. We'll have to remember where it is. Let's see, 8210. All right, I'll try to remember that. All right, haven't been here in Ascended yet, so hopefully it'll be okay, and hopefully I can manage to actually traverse it decently. And, oh, already an XU tie. 25 versus a 135 Theory. And those are sabers, right? Yeah, I forgot about those. Very nice. Alright, yeah, really the only thing that I really want to tame here at the moment is probably a mammoth, so I'll probably end up doing that at some point so I can just go ahead and help get some wood, is gonna need a lot of that. But I just want to go ahead and get myself refamiliarized with the area. There's the XRG. Oh, come on, why does it have to be a good level? Fortunately, its stats don't seem that good, and there's a rhino, not in a good level, so I'm not gonna take a look at it. Oh, glitch. I've been holding off on getting the glitches now because I want to go ahead and keep, I want to wait until I can find a way to kind of track which ones I've gotten, because getting all, I think it's like 30 per biome, is really hard to go ahead and do when you don't know which ones you have, so I'll definitely need to figure that out. That, and I'm not at a moment where I'm really going to be getting a bunch of XP, so that's also a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can just get up to the top of the mountain, though, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the entire eastern side of the Arctic biome is basically just completely covered in a snowstorm permanently, so it's a little bit annoying to head over there, but we might go check it out. I mean, really, we're just killing time waiting for those megs to get hungry so I can head back and feed them some mutton, but we'll see. Whoop. Alright, oh, mission dispatch. A lot of obsidian. Kind of thinking I might want to go ahead and make myself an Akatina farm. Because there's so much obsidian on this map, I could probably just use hard polymer as my main means of getting polymer, because I don't really think there's actually that good of a way to farm organic polymer here. I think Akatinas and probably a penguin farm would be the best option. Speaking of which, I should go find where the penguins spawn. Oh, can't get to the top of the mountain. That's a little unfortunate. Okay, so if I remember correctly, it should just be, there's a little, it's just a little bit of a, what do you call it? Lake. There we go. Jeez Louise, I can't words today. Let's see. Hopefully I can find it. And yeah, I think that they really need to hopefully make the Bloodstalker a little less laggy. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult to go ahead and use it. I'm also curious to know if they added bison to this biome. I feel like bison would fit here, but I did end up finding them on an island in the ocean biome, but I want to know if they're actually here in the Arctic. Pull up the map, and it looks like the lake is this way. Come on. Alright. There we go. That should get us some decent speed. And, oh, there it is right over there. Alright, hopefully there should be some penguins here. And I can come here to farm some polymer. And then, I think after this I'll just go ahead and grab us the sheep, the whole reason we're here, and then I can go ahead, head back, and we can feed those megs, and hopefully they'll have some good stats, but yeah, here we go. This is definitely the right spot. Oh, right. I forgot that there's also beavers here. So, like, we got a 140, so let's see. That's really good weight. Decent health. It's okay. Level 90, level 145. Again, with decent weight. I don't really have the stuff to knock them out, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they take more than what I can apply. Yeah, let's give it a shot, see what happens. There we go. Alright, let's see if that's enough. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now I just need to find... Can we get a male? This one, this was good. It's another female. I think I'm gonna greed and get a male. Yeah, I'll leave that one for now. Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and use some prime to tame this one up instead of waiting for, mutton. Just go ahead and pull this guy over here. Come on. Is it so small I can't pick it up? Alright, that's fine. I don't know if I have it in me to kill a baby penguin. That's too much. I can do a beaver, though. That's not too much. penguins are kind of my weakness. They're too cute. The idea that penguins are kind of the best way to farm polymer on some maps is just something I don't like. I really wish that there were other ways. Give me the ichthyes from Val. That's the best way to farm polymer in the game. I don't feel guilty about killing anything. And I guess mantises on Scorch aren't that bad either. Can I even harvest this? Oh, that wasn't really a lot. It might be enough though. Penguins don't take a lot, so let's see. Here we go. Alright, is that enough or we're gonna need one more. Actually, no, here, I'll just go ahead and give it some raw meat just in case. And we can just quickly go grab another, beaver. If there is any. Is there any? Penguins, bad level male, and baby. Alright. Yeah, I'll definitely have to come back here looking for more of these guys. Good little female. Max level male. Alright, well, there we go. There's our target. Let's go ahead and just... where I'm not going to kill him. Just need to pull him away so I can get him away from the mate boost, and then... well, looks like I didn't get away from mate boost either way. I have enough for another one, though. Alright, last dart. And night-night. Oh. Combat penguin. Well, I guess if I ever wanted to make an army of penguins, I could. Not that that was really something I was planning on doing, but I guess it's an option. Go ahead and get the prime from this guy. To hurry before that other one ends up taming off of the normal meat. I'd like to preserve the effectiveness if I can, and that was not enough. Quickly, let me get over here. There we go. Alright, that'll be enough. And it actually should tame up any second now that I think about it. Right? Alright, well, I'll give it a little bit more time. I think I might have to go ahead and kill some baby penguins here. Alright, yeah. I'll cave. I don't think there's any more beavers around. Good news is, now that I think about it, I can steal from the beaver lodges, so that'll be good. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm a monster. What have I done? Lisa's not a lifestyle, that's what matters. It wasn't even really worth it. Okay, fine, I'll go ahead and find something else. Beavers? Just one. Let me try actually using my pickaxe this time. Maybe the sword is the problem here. Let's see. Pickaxe. More prime? Nope. Not really. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and find something over here. There's probably like a rhino or something, right? Right? Probably. Maybe. Okay. Looks like there might actually genuinely be nothing here. That's not great. Ooh, Anki? Up, and that's not fun sound. Where'd it go? There it is. I hate Microraptors. I feel like back on Evolved, I had a mod or something that... I mean, it wasn't the main reason I used it, but one thing it did was make it so Microraptors couldn't hit you if you're on a mount that was... I mean, of a certain size. They could only affect you if you were on smaller mounts, like probably raptors and sabers and stuff. So it was really nice for going ahead and avoiding having to deal with Microraptors on things like Rexes and stuff, which honestly I don't really know why they didn't just add that as default to ASA, because really, why in the world can a Microraptor go ahead and fly all the way up to me when I'm sitting on the back of a Rex? Realistically, why can a Dilo go ahead and spit a Rex directly in the eyes? I don't understand that. Looks like we got our sheep. You know what? Let's just use it. I don't think this is the same one, right? No, this is definitely not the same one. They're definitely more common here than I thought, though. That's good. Sorry, buddy. Alright, this will definitely be enough. But just to be sure, let's go ahead and use this one as well. Alright. There we go. Got some mutton for the penguins and for the megs, of course. Definitely. Main reason. But this should get us the male penguin, and I guess I can go ahead and start a polymer farm already. Yeah, that's not going to be a fun thing to do. Here we go. Should only take like a couple pieces, I think. And I think it should instant tame? Yep, there we go. Let's see, what are we looking at on the stats now? 50 in health, that's pretty good. Because it doesn't have oxygen, we are looking for 54. I believe it's either 54 or 56 is what I would consider a good stat, which I just go off of what Dododex tells me is a good stat. So 54 or 56, I'm pretty sure it's 54. And then for normal creatures that have all the stats, it's 46. We're just going to steal all this since we can. And take us home, please. I'm so glad that my island happens to be a teleportation point.
Time to teleport.
It wasn't originally, but that was apparently bugged, so now I can just teleport back whenever I want. And it doesn't need to be difficult whatsoever. Really glad that that's the case. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to do a bunch of fighting to clear out the megs that we have knocked out, as I'm sure 50 more have spawned to go ahead and start guarding them, so should probably load up and get ready.
Now.
Oh, wait a minute, I just forgot. We okay? Oh, barely. He's right there. That's a 140 theory, by the way, and it is now mad, and I'm just going to go and hopefully teleports over to me. I can't see anything. There we go. Alright. Lag as we render in everything. There we go. Alright. Let's see. How occupied are our Megalodons? Oh, right. One of them's right on the surface. I really wish I could access his inventory from here on the back of the Bloodstalker. Here, I'll just do this, and are we okay? Looks like we got some megs fighting some ziffies, but other than that, looks like we're good. Got a bunch of mutton. Start the taming process. How far are you gonna go up? It might insta-tame, actually. 90% seriously? Alright, well, whatever. Let's go. This one should definitely instant tame. This was the first one we dropped, so go ahead and just add all that in. And looks like we're still safe. I'll just quickly go ahead and give it to this one over here. Did not mean to give him all my actual gear. Whoops. There we go. And I just want to quickly check that Ziffy over there. Level 90. From what I understand, I think Ziffies actually instant tame because they use all their stamina. So they're actually really easy to tame. Let's see what we got here. No good stats. Better for worse. We got one over here. Looks like it ended up losing a level. Very close to good stamina. I'd probably take that. Megs don't really need stamina that bad, so I wouldn't consider it a primary stat. Yeah, I'm stuck between Megs, Ziffies, and Dunkleys. I really want to do Dunkleys just because I've never really tamed Dunkleys before. I think I've probably only tamed like 3 in my entire history playing this game, which is a lot. So it'd be just an interesting change, especially seeing that X creatures now seem to take the normal amount of damage that every other creature does, at least when you're not on a mount. I'm actually curious, now that I think about it, does that work with a Bloodstalker? No. That's not good. Because, yeah, that was 21, and if I hop up here, it does, yeah, so it does do reduced damage. That's not great. I was really hoping that that wasn't the case, but it looks like it is. Yeah, but either way, that means knocking things out is still going to be a lot easier, so Dunkleys might actually be on the table, and yeah, I really should have gone ahead and grabbed some flippers. I have some in there, but yeah, I guess let's just wait for this guy to tame up, which should realistically be any second. I mean, is that the right one? Yeah, okay, he'll be taming up very quickly. So hopefully we can get this guy up, and yeah, it looks like we didn't get any good stats from these ones, right? Just want to make sure. Yeah, just the... I'll consider that good stam. I think 50 is good enough for a secondary stat, so stamina will be good. Hopefully this guy will go ahead and have a good stat, and then we can go ahead and... Actually, never mind, I don't want him to have a good stat, because then I'm going to have to go ahead and mutate megs, and I have an idea on what I want to color my megs, but it's going to be a really crazy project, and I was kind of hoping to push that out for a series that hopefully wouldn't need to... could take a little bit longer. I really do want to try and get this map done faster, because I don't know when Dragontopia is planning on releasing, and I'd like to at least check that out. Astraeos is also supposed to be getting finished soon, I believe, so I'd like to go and mess around there, and I'd like to actually just be able to complete a map for once. Ever since I started going ahead and making these videos, I just haven't been able to beat a map, and admittedly those two maps were Val and Lost Colony, which both have really difficult bosses now, but still, I think it'd be nice to actually go ahead and beat a map instead of going ahead and just getting destroyed by the bosses. And there we go. Alright, what do we have? Food meg. That's so useful. Is that a good one? Nope. Alright, they were both bad, and that Megalodon is also bad. So, okay. That's... Hey. Bye. That's all I really got to do for this point. So, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out a way to go ahead and breed these guys up, and then I'll get us a pack of megs, and then I will go ahead and bring you guys back when I'm ready to go ahead and take these guys out for something. I'll probably go ahead and find some way to test them, even if it's just going around to maybe kill some of the alpha megs around here, or maybe I'll just go ahead and try one of the gamma hunt missions. But yeah, let me go ahead and breed these guys up somehow, and then I will bring you guys back when we're ready to go test out our pack. Okay, so I'm back, and I've went ahead and bred up a small pack of megs. We should have 3 males and 3 females in here, and I made them all saddles. Combined what was roughly the best stats between all of them, so we have some decent health and alright damage. I'm not exactly sure how well these guys are going to do, but we're going to go ahead and test them out. I did make use of the new underwater compartments. These things are actually really nice. I really like the way that they did them. I like that you're finally able to go ahead and breed aquatic creatures in, I guess, easier places now that you can just kind of put a large amount of water wherever. But yeah, let's just go ahead and toss these guys out into the ocean, and hopefully they're not going to just get killed immediately. Let's see, is the area clear? I think we should be good for now. So let's just quickly toss them all out and give them their saddles. And whoops, that's my bear. Don't mean to do that. 5 and 6. Whoops, apparently I tossed that on top of me. Here, let's go ahead and just pick up the bear. Okay, there we go. Alright. So hopefully these guys will be able to handle some stuff for now. I really would like to go ahead and keep them alive, because I need them to go ahead and harvest some meat, as it was really difficult getting enough food to grow all these guys up. So I'd like if I could go ahead and take these guys out into the ocean and use them to go ahead and farm. Uh-oh. Well, whatever it was, it's dead now. Not really sure. I didn't really catch that, but there we go. Looks like we actually have a decent amount of XP on these guys already, so that's good. I'm not really sure how much health I want to pump into them, so I might just go damage for now. Let me just grab my Tide Pup, because I think I want to go ahead and use him to get around. Alright, and just need to be very careful and make sure that I have them all following me. There we go, and I'm hoping we can try to take these guys up against an alpha meg, just to see how it goes. Is that one? Oh, 140, that may be a little much. Here, let me actually just try it this way. Yep, well, that's one way to do it. I see an alpha over there. I think that's actually the only one around, so I think we're gonna have to use that one. Oh, we have one over here. Let me quickly check that. Oh, there's two. Never mind. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Actually, I'm not really sure. You know what? It'll be interesting. Hopefully they survive, though, because, I mean, if they die here, then I don't really know what else I can use them on. Let's go ahead and let this 55 get closer. And we got another one out there. Jeez Louise, there's so many alpha megs. Alright, take them out, boys. Alright. I think they can handle this. Alright. Have at it. Seems that they're tanking it pretty well. Go ahead and apply some healing. Looks like they killed one of them, so should be pretty easy to kill the other one. I saw the red thing for I'm consuming food to heal them, and I thought that one of them died already. Yeah, I guess I'm not 100% sure. Let's just see. Show buffs. Type consumes extra food. Yeah, so for those who don't know, the way that Datons work is that there is a constant amount of food that is being drained. I think it's like 20 food per second when they have their healing aura around. We're going to go for this 140. And then they lose 1 food for every point of health they heal. So I don't know if the Tide Pup works like that, but that is the reason why I have such a problem with Datons. Because effectively that means if you want to heal a creature that has 50,000 health, you need at least 50,000 food plus 20 food. I think it's around 20 food per second it takes to heal that up, meaning that in order to actually heal an army of creatures, it takes an incredible amount of food. That honestly to me makes Datons, unless they have a rider who can constantly feed them kibble, I just can't see a Daton having enough food to actively heal an army. So yeah, I'm really hoping the Tide Pup doesn't work like that, because if that's the case, then it's not going to be much better. But honestly, seeing how well our food is doing right now, I mean, let's just pop this. It's definitely going down fast. Never mind, I think it does work that way. Dang it. Maybe it's got a bit of a better health to food ratio, health restored to a food use ratio. But yeah, I'll definitely have to mutate these guys in food, and I'll probably make a dodo kibble farm to go ahead and just get good food for it. Honestly though, I mean, these guys are looking just fine. So that's really nice. Let's see, who got the kill on any of the alphas? You killed one of them, and geez Louise, you already have 40. That's actually a better crossbow than what I have. What's the durability? Durability's not nearly as good. I'll keep it for now. Let's see, I'm guessing, I just want to make sure, because, you also have some stuff. Yeah, bunch of XP on these guys. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty glad we went ahead and took out those alphas. I mean, they seem fully healed, so honestly, I'm thinking, might be a little bit crazy. I think I want to go try a hunt mission, particularly. It should be one for the giant, yeah, chasing the white whale, where you hunt down a giant Lee-60s. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these guys over there, and honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and level them. So yeah, give me a few minutes to level them and bring them over, and then we'll go see if these guys can handle the mission. Okay, so we're pretty much here at the mission dispatcher, so hopefully it should be pretty safe around here. I think this should be considered playable water, so hopefully it'll go ahead and not have a bunch of feral megs and mantis around here, but we're gonna find out. There's weird little piece of land over there. But yeah, let's just hop in and see what we have. Well, there's an octopus immediately. Ow, okay, that, I'll definitely tame that at some point. But the mission dispatcher should just be right below us. I'm not really seeing any feral creatures, so I think we should be good to go ahead and toss everyone out. I went ahead and healed them all up, and added some levels. They're very different in their levels, because the ones that got the kills on the alpha megs have a lot more XP than the others, but aiming for around 25 points in health, which is around, I think it's 17,500, which I think should be good enough. Uh-oh. Why does this one still look damaged? Did I? Should probably heal this one up. You know, we'll be fine. Probably. Hopefully. Let's just go ahead and have everyone follow me. And we'll just head straight on down. And I don't actually have a, scuba tank, so hopefully I won't need one. I think I'll be fine. I feel like I don't lose oxygen while on the back of a tide pup, so we should be okay. But we should just have to head right down here, and we should be able to just start this thing up. Let's let them deal with these, nope, not that, these guys. There we go. Just want to make sure I don't get killed by them. And is that an X or a feral? That is a feral meg. That's not good. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Why are there feral megs here? Great. Now we have a, now we have one of the underwater cyclones here. Quickly take this guy out, please. Alright, we'll see how we handle this. If they die, they die. That'll be unfortunate, but ooh, hello. Yeah, it's gonna get angry. Hopefully it doesn't have, hopefully it's not a good level. Jeez, there's so much stuff around here. Maybe this was a bad idea. Okay, Dunkley wasn't good. I think that's a feral Dunkley. We're doing really good damage though, so not to mention all the bleed's gonna help, so I think we should be okay to hop off. I also don't know if my tide pup's gonna go, let's just do that. And we're just gonna start this, we want to do this one. Yeah, alright, so hopefully now we shouldn't get any feral stuff spawning on us for the mission. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just gonna hope that that's the case, because we may have a problem if they do. And here we go.
Fancy a hunt, survivor?
Let's see.
Let me scan this right quick.
Alright, where are we going? One of the best parts about the underwater hunt missions is normally,
Will you look at that?
and I emphasize normally, the tracks are easier to follow than the ones on the land. I'm saying that, and yet I can't find it. Oh, here we go.
Wait a tick, and I'll scan this for you.
So hopefully, I'm seeing a lot of probably feral Dunkleys, so
I found something.
we may have a problem. And yeah, there's a feral Meg. Actually, no, that's an X-Meg. Never mind. Yeah, I will go ahead and just quickly find ourselves the Sickties, and then I will bring us back when we're ready to go ahead and take it out.
Tick, and I'll
Yep.
scan this for you.
That looks like it up there. I think we have everyone with us.
Let's have a look. Scanner.
Hopefully, this thing shouldn't be too hard to take down.
What's this?
But we're gonna find out. Oh my, it has 500,000 health. How much damage does it do? Oh, almost none. And it's taking extra damage. Not to mention the bleed's helping, so yeah, this should not be that bad. I honestly wonder if we could handle beta. I can't remember what the minions we have to face afterwards are, though, and that's going to be a big factor. Passive, because it's technically fleeing. Then, hey, can you guys take out neutral, because those feral megs are going to be a problem here. Or not. Okay.
I should scan this.
I only see 4. There's 5 and 6. Alright.
What's
Take
that
'em out.
over there?
Alright, fortunately, it looks like they're handling the feral megs pretty well.
Let's have a look. Scanner active.
Yeah, the pack boost. I always underestimate just how ridiculously overpowered Megalodon time at pack boost is.
Huh. Will you look at that?
Yeah. Alright, they're still falling. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I want to use megs or not for the motor fight. I know they're a really good option, and they probably are the option that I should be using, but at the same time,
Hold up, survivor.
I kind of want to use something else like Dunkleys. Alright, that one's bad, so don't need to worry about that. Kind of want to use Dunkleys, depending on the octopus's, octopi? What is the possessive form of octopus?
Let me scan this.
Depending on how its combat is, I may want to go ahead and use them, but I feel like their combat's not going to be amazing. I feel like we're getting pretty close to... everyone's still falling? Yeah, I think so. Next time I do this, I'll definitely have to go ahead and mark them so I can find them easier. Yeah, there's definitely not as many feral megs, which is nice, but it would be nice if they just didn't exist at all here. Fortunately, a good pack of megs seems to be able to take him out real easily, so I guess this is also going to give me a ton of meat. Not to mention that the Tide Pup can go ahead and heal him a bunch. I will definitely be making a dodo kibble farm for that.
Commencing scan.
Oh, we got a helicopter in.
I found something.
Only 25. Not sure if I'm going to mutate those things. I'll probably just mutate them in crafting skill just for the utility, but yeah.
Commencing scan.
Looks like my auction's doing fine.
Aha! I found something.
Is that our target? There he is.
Let me
Alright.
scan this right quick. Aha! I found something.
Hope they're all doing okay. There's an octopus in there. Holy cow, they do so much damage. I mean, I know it's very obviously doing more damage than they would to anything else, but seriously, the damage is so incredible. I mean, the damage they're doing these megs is insane, too. Not to mention, there's probably a really good way to farm XP. I know Megalodons don't give a lot of XP, but still.
Huh. Will you
And I can basically just sit here and... here, now that I think about it, let's go ahead and pull all of the raw meat. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, no, this is going to be a really good way to farm up some good food for everyone. Alright, hang on, let me just go finish this up, and then I'll bring us back for the final portion of the fight.
hold up, survivor?
We're releasing these in sight, and I forgot that it's Bassies that it's got is its guards. Yeah, those are really annoying to take down. Fortunately, at least Sickthese is going to die really quickly, and fortunately, since Megs have bleed, the Bassies will probably not be that bad. Fortunately, I did get in a pretty big fight with a bunch of feral Dunkleys, so I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of healing to help keep them all alive. Alright, let's go for these Bassies now, and hopefully they're not too difficult. Oh, yeah, no, they don't stand a chance. Bassies are also really good for hide and oil, so that'll be good. It's like a big tube of gasoline. Here we go. And should be the last thing we need to deal with. And it should be mission complete, and it might kick me off my mount, so I'll need to be a little bit careful.
Hunter 1,
Yep, there we go.
prey 0.
And take him out, please. Yep, that didn't take very long. Alright, well, Dunkley saddles, that's awfully ironic. What's a platform? Alright, well, I'll probably keep the best Dunkley saddle I have in here. Yeah, the rest of this, I mean, because I can't go ahead and grind it, there's no point really keeping any of it. I'll actually keep the mind wipes. Those could actually be pretty good. And I just want to try and get rid of all the garbage in here. Yeah, I think that should be it. So, honestly, that was pretty successful, I'd say. I mean, they handled things perfectly. The only problem was when we had to deal with some of the, Dunkleys. It looks like it's only when you're down really low. I think up here by the surface, you don't really have to deal with any of the feral creatures, at least nowhere near as much. So, yeah, I am considering building a giant ocean platform out here, but I want to make sure that when I do that, there isn't going to be a bunch of feral creatures, because I do know that feral creatures can spawn regardless of if you have a building around, so they can even spawn inside a pen that you make. So I'm definitely worried about building out here, but I think from what I've seen, I should be good if I just build around here. And let me just check that heli. 55. Definitely gonna have to keep my eye out for more of those. It looks like there's a lot of Dunkleys. Oh, 140. I'll have to keep my eye on that. Don't have the stuff on me to tame it right now, but let's see. Pretty bad stats anyway, mostly stamina. Not that I really care about that. And oh, I forgot that Diplocalus spawn out here. But yeah, let me see. Just need to head back to the boat, which should just be right over here, I think. Should just be right above the mission dispatcher. So let's see. Is it up here? There we go. Alright, and we definitely need to go ahead and tame that octopus there. I'll have to add that on the list of things to do. I would like to go ahead and tame one of those soon, because I haven't done that yet, and very interested to see what they can do. I haven't looked into them very much, so, oop, we good? Yeah, we're good. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I got for this one, and it's gonna be a long time for me to sail all the way home, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it here, so, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, farewell.